Let's grind some bevels. Hey guys, Eric from Great Wolf Forge here. Today we're going to be doing our next segment on the Bowie concept we have going on. We're going to be grinding in the bevels today. Got everything kind of set up the way I wanted. Just going to do a little tweaking before we start, and we're going to get to this. I'll explain more before we go. Okay, before we start, we're going to talk about safety. Safety glasses. Respirator. I choose to use a respirator when I'm working on the grinder. And then we got some earmuffs here. Protect your body. Protect your soul. Do it. Alright guys, I got my fancy jig here. It's just a piece of angle iron. I got my blade just clamped to it. This is what we're going to use on the little platform here. This is how we're going to keep it at the same angle. Sliding that back and forth. I still need to set the angle of this. This one's a little extreme. For what I want to do, I'd put the bevel too high on the blade. So I'm going to knock that down to about 5 degrees. So we'll have about a 10-degree angle at the end. That's 5 degrees per side. Math, 5, 5, 10. It adds up. Check it out yourself. I'm going to set that angle right now, and then we're going to get right to grinding. So, not bad so far. I got a fresh 80 grit belt on here. It's just a Harbor Freight one, so it's not the best one in the world, but it's what I got to work with. But it's not bad. These are the first few passes. It's even. It's looking good so far. We got a long way to go, so bear with me on this one. I just need to get my water bucket here because the blade's starting to get a little warm, and I don't want to burn it. So we're going to get some water, throw it in there, and hopefully cool it down in between these passes. Do you remember when I said, I'm going to keep this blade cool so I don't burn it? This is when I realized I burnt the tip. Now we're going to have to reprofile the blade, which is fine. It's just annoying. Alright, so we got this one side done. Ish, like good enough ish. We're going to flip it over, start on the other side. I'll give you a quick, I mean, it's, can you see? Yeah, there we go. Like, not bad, not great, but it's a good rough grind. We can tidy it up a little bit later. This is also my first time doing this with this grinder, so learning curve. Okay, let's do the other side. So it was probably at this point in my bevel journey where I looked at the bevel on the first side I did versus where I was on the second side that I was grinding, realized I'm nowhere near the same distance up the blade, and thought maybe my 5 + 5 = 10 math was very wrong. At this point, the blade is starting to get very thin, so there's not much more I want to do with it before the heat treat process. If it gets too thin, it's going to crack or warp, or something bad is going to happen. Once again, if you look at both sides, they are very, very off. At this point, I'm hoping that after heat treat, I can focus my bevel on the side that didn't make it up as far and somehow come very close to where the other side is. Right now, my fingers are crossed because I worked really hard on this blade so far, and I do not want to scrap it or do anything else to it. I just want to finish it, put a nice handle on it, make it very pretty, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to do that at this point. We're going to see how it goes. Okay, so I'm not going any further. I'm not going any further than this. So this is what we got for this side. This is what we got for this side. I know this side's a lot further. Okay, I know. You don't have to tell me. I know. The reason I'm stopping is because it's getting too thin. And if I take it down anymore, I'm afraid during the heat treat, it's just going to crack. It's just going to snap right in half. Or there's going to be some real nasty warps in here. So, this side is going to be the focus after heat treat. This side's pretty much to the height that I want it. I just want to clean it up a little more. So we're going to focus on this after we heat treat, which is going to be in the next video. So stick around. Once again, my name's Eric from Great Wolf Forge. Don't forget to subscribe, like the video if you liked it, leave a comment if you hated it. I don't care what you do, just do something. I'll see you guys in the next one for the heat treat.